Hello everyone. So do you ever wonder how those amazing artists that you follow get those amazing skin textures? Well, they use a magic wand and it just happens, right? Of course no. So in this video I'll try my best to show you as much as possible on how to get the right texture for skin. Now in this picture or in this drawing, I'm drawing an old person's skin texture, so it's a little bit more challenging compared to drawing a young person's skin, because obviously young people don't have wrinkles and old people do. So the challenge here is to pay attention to the different texture in an old person's skin. So you got to pay attention to the wrinkles, freckles, pores, pigmentation, and all the different, things that come up in a skin of an old person. Yeah, you got to go and observe your grandpa at the moment. So yeah. Anyway, so what you got to do is, first of all, you just go ahead and shade in your drawing. Now for this drawing, I used the grid method and I just went ahead and blended the areas that I want to shade. All right, so what I did is I just took a 2B pencil and just added graphite in some parts of this drawing. And then I went ahead and with the same pencil, I went ahead and drew the wrinkles. All right, and then after that, you go ahead and do the fun part, which is the detailing. Now for the detailing, what you got to pay attention is to darken some parts of the wrinkles. You keep it light, you add texture by using the different shading methods, such as stippling, scribbling, and hatching, cross hatching, and all that stuff. So if you're not familiar with that, then worry not. I have a complete video on that, so you're gonna find the link in the description box below. All right, so what you got to do now is just use a 4B pencil. After you added your base shade, I always start with a 2B pencil because it's always very easy to erase, right? You don't want to draw lines that are not erasable, so you just use a 2B pencil. And then after you're done with that, and once you're satisfied with your initial drawing, and that's when you feel like, okay, this is it, and this is what I'm gonna shade, and this is how I want my drawing to look like, that's when I take my 4B pencil and I go ahead and start detailing. Now what I'm doing, or what you gotta do when you're drawing skin, is to use the scribbling method. I'm using the scribbling method in here. You could use cross hatching or stippling or whatever. For me, I think scribbling works best because my reference picture, the skin did not look smooth. It looked really rough. Trust me, very rough. So I'm just going and adding in details with the 4B pencil, scribbling here and there, adding some pigmentation here, some skin pigmentation, darkening some parts here and there. And then I want to keep that texture. I don't want it to blend too much, and I don't want it to be too visible as well. So what I do is I take a brush to blend it, a very soft brush. Yeah, because that keeps the texture, but at the same time, it kind of blends it too. So yeah. I hope I'm making sense, by the way. So yeah. Anyway, once I'm done with adding the shades that I want, the different textures, I scribbled, I darkened the wrinkles and everything. Then I go ahead and make the highlights with the Kneaded eraser. And then if I want to add some more freckles, what I do is I just take my 8B pencil and just poke, just poke the paper with it. And then I will be using the brush again to blend it. And for the freckles, I will be using a blending stump to, kind of enhance it and bring it out to pop it up. Looks good so far. So I keep doing that to different parts of the skin, to the parts that I want to focus on. And as you can see, I'm focusing on the part which is closer to the nose, right? Because the light is more, not so prominent in that part. So just keep on detailing, and you do your thing, add the details where you feel you need to add. Use your kneaded eraser to erase some parts, and and you get yourself one good drawing. Now, this does not happen overnight. This is going to take you a lot of practice. It's going to take you a lot of practice. So that's the key. Practice makes perfect. You keep on practicing till you actually master it, and don't be disheartened if you don't find yourself improving. It's just gonna take you some time to improve. Now I'm using the stippling method over here, as you can see, and just blending it slightly with the brush. And I think I'll be using some stippling in here as well. It's giving me a very nice and realistic texture. Oh, and by the way, this is the first tiniest drawing that I'm ever doing. I think I'm going to challenge myself and do an even smaller drawing. How about that? Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do that. So use your 4B, 6B, and 8B to, darken some areas that you want really dark. And maybe use the same pencils like I'm doing here, but with less pressure on the other parts. So just blend it in, work your way through, and I think it looks amazing. I'm going to be working a little bit more on this, and if you want to see the complete drawing, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And of course, don't forget to hit the bell button to be notified when I upload the video, because this is going to be an amazing drawing. I've never worked on skin texture before, and I'm really enjoying it this time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, bye bye.